Hi, Todd Pouliot, Gateway Financial here to help you with another checklist and workflows. And today we're going to talk about taxes. Reviewing a tax return can always be an informative exercise to ensure you understand all sources of income and tax liabilities for the prior year. This is true for existing clients whom we've been working with, and especially true for new clients as a way to familiarize ourselves with their situation. In this checklist, we highlight the points to consider, including your tax return, if they are working. So we're going to review the filing status, and I'm going to share my screen as I always do. Filing status, if they're married, typically automatically filing jointly with their spouse, or there may be a situation where the clients might consider filing separately. The reason why is, you want to make sure you look at this married filing jointly. Your contributions, $300 or $600 if married filing jointly, you can deduct. And any future charitable contributions, look and see if you might be able to bundle those from several years into 1 year. Are you married, and do you want to protect yourself against other liability issues between a disparity of the income? So married filing jointly or married filing separately, and compare those tax liabilities and how that works. And that may generate a smaller tax liability for you. And also, are you recently divorced? Review your filing status on the top of your Form 1040. And do you have dependents? Dependents, we could go on for hours talking about a lot of the current rule changes for 2020 and 2021, but definitely think about all the things that have happened with the dependent children, and you may be eligible for certain credits. So again, read here, do I have dependent children in college? Where do I put those? The tax return form, the 1040, has changed a lot this year. Make sure you understand each line and how they've been broken out. There's some areas that are a little confusing and some hold area lines, which is normal, but the form itself has grown quite a bit. And also, were you eligible for any economic impact payments in 2021, but did not receive the full amount? Claim recovery, it's on line 30 of the 1040. Was there any AMT? Form 6251. And do you owe more tax? Line 37. Did you receive a higher refund? Line 34. Determine that this might be a unique situation, or it may be something that is an ongoing situation, and adjust your withholding. So the video pay stub review may be good for you. And then did you fail to withhold enough tax or underpay? Again, line 38 to see the amount of the penalty. So really understanding that pay stub review might be beneficial to you. Investment income. If you owned from the prior year, are there any reporting issues that you want to be sure you have addressed in connection with this income? Lines 2A, 2B for dividends. Medicare tax surcharge might be an option to look at calculation on Form 8959. Above 200,000 or 250, married filing jointly. Want to make sure we're aware of what's going on there with Form 8960. Again, that's 3.8%. That's quite a bit of tax on a couple that's making 250,000 up. And were there any capital gains or losses on line 7? So did you want to also make sure you have any tax advantage accounts during the prior year? Maybe reporting issues to consider. Did you convert a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA? Did you contribute to an HSA or a 401k plan? Obviously, we talk a lot about that. And that's when I always talk about doing tax planning at the Q3, Q4 for the next year. That's when all that gets done, to make sure that these things were properly done. And this is where you get to verify that those things were properly done. So if you are making a deductible contribution to a traditional IRA, line 20. Roth IRA should be also shown on your 1040. The total contribution limit for 2021 is $6,000 and $7,000 if you're 50 or over. We also have another video on that flow chart. required RMDs. So we want to make sure we have those, inherited IRAs, non-deductible, any non-qualifying distribution from an IRA, line 4B. Don't forget that's calculated from Form 5329, and that's Schedule 2 carryover. And again, Schedule 2 has been expanded along with Schedule 1 of the 1040. Any retirement funds that were rolled over. This is where I see a lot of people get confused and not properly naming their IRAs. Instead of just calling an IRA, call it a rollover IRA, and make sure you have line 4A shows the amount of the rollover and that you've verified that those amounts were correct. And then line 4B should be 0. So there's no taxable distribution on that rollover. Any coronavirus related distribution from a retirement plan in 2020, again, be very aware of the taxation issues on that. And if you're a W-2 employee, the HSA and FSA contributions for yourself and your employer. Again, one of my favorite things is an HSA. Wonderful plans to use for medical and possible future retirement dollars and medical dollars that you'll need. And do you have any stock options or equity compensation options? Typically, a lot of our clients ask us, I don't understand the alphabet soup of stock options, ISOs, NQSO, and RSUs. Look at your W-2, Schedule D, understand your tax on exercising those eventual sales. Again, Form 83B, we also have a workflow or flow chart on stock options and how to transact those to make sure you're taking advantage of the long-term capital gains tax versus just short-term capital gains tax. And some other issues, see if you own any real estate or state-specific issues that we need to consider. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things for the HSA, qualified tax distributions to the 529, and any other issues that are out there. I hope this is a comprehensive checklist of the types of issues that advisors should be discussing with their clients who are working when reviewing their tax returns from the prior year. So we appreciate you folks being here. Again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email us. Go to our website, mygatewaymoney.com. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And we'll keep bringing these checklists and flow charts to you more and more. Have a great day.